Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today we're looking at a couple of M0nkey 2v2 games. He's sitting rank 1 in the 2's leaderboard, as he often does. And in this first game out of the two that we're going to watch, he is matched up against his new teammate on Team BDS, Seikoo, who's currently sitting rank 4 in the leaderboard. I've been on the lookout for a match of them playing with or against each other, and one finally popped up in ball chasing. Let's take a look at how it went. So here we are, M0nkey against Seikoo, but there's another twist. Seikoo has his former teammate, M0nkey, in his team, so this must have been a bit awkward in ranks as M0nkey and M0nkey glare at each other across the field. M0nkey wondering, why did you have to steal my teammate from the fall and winter split? For those of you who are not aware, M0nkey and there is his other, M0nkey and Seikoo's other teammate, Relating Wave. M0nkey and Relating Wave have stayed together, and they've now acquired Archie on loan from Semper. So Seikoo's out, Archie is in, and Seikoo is in for Mark by 8 on BDS, and that ball is in the net for 1-1. So, M0nkey and Seikoo should definitely have a lot of synergy here. Wonder if any of that 3 synergy that they had for the fall and winter split will transfer into this ranked game. They are passing the ball pretty well, but so are M0nkey and his teammate, who is actually the person who uploaded this game, so shout out to him, Keto. I believe this is the first time I've casted him on the channel, unless he has made a name change or is undercover at the moment. Seikoo and M0nkey are, of course, going to be tough to beat as former teammates. M0nkey is rank 1 for a reason. He's pretty good at just beating teams who are queued up together, beating teams who are solo queuing. By pretty good, I mean very good. He is very consistent, he's very solid, he's very active in the play. You won't often see him too far away from his teammate. And I think that's one of the biggest differences between M0nkey and some of the other high-rated players that I know of. A lot of other players just try and play for themselves. They try and do everything themselves. But M0nkey actually plays off his teammates' touches very well, and he sets up good touches or sets up goals for his teammate often. So Kito's out of the game there. That's going to allow Seikoo an air dribble. M0nkey wasn't expecting Seikoo to go high with it, and the standard air dribble will put Seikoo and M0nkey 2-1 goals ahead. Seikoo is extremely famous for his air dribble into flip resets. So every time, almost every time that you see Seikoo jumping into the air, the defenders are expecting him to land a reset on the ball, and there's a brief window when someone is going for a reset where you can just challenge them, and there's not really a lot that they can do, because when you land a flip reset on the ball, there are two real options that you can play immediately. Either you flip into the ball to send it directly forwards, or even sometimes slightly upwards in an arc, or you fake it and try to bring the ball down, cushion it underneath you, or underneath the challenge, I should say. But Seikoo, always a player who's known for going for that flip reset, and then a mind game, and then maybe a flick afterwards. So M0nkey looked like he was challenging a bit low on his air dribble challenge to try and counter that. It did not work out. So again, a bit of ball pressure here. M0nkey takes it all the way to the back corner, not afraid to send it across the net. Looks like there's a bit of a miscommunication there. And when I say communication, I mean cars talking to one another. M0nkey and Kito are going to be back in this with a bit of a fortunate goal that probably should have been saved by M0nkey, but he was not sure if M0nkey was going to slam the ball across the base of the goal or if it was just going to be a slight redirect all the way through. Turns out it was a complete miss, which accomplishes much of the same thing as a slight redirect will. M0nkey having to just get goal side and hope for the best there. Seikoo past Kito with no real problem. If I'm pronouncing his name wrong, Kito, be sure to let me know in the comments. Kito. Although I know keto, the keto diet is KE, so I imagine it has to be Kito. What do you guys think? Let me know down below. Watch it turn out to be a different language that I'm just not familiar with. He is from Europe, it looks like, although he's the only player in this lobby with ping, because he's the one who saved the replay. Of course, the ping has been fluctuating on and off rather than up and down. This is the most recent patch. So deadlocked. M0nkey thinking about a double tap, but the first touch goes too far over the backboard to catch up with. Oh, this is a disaster now for Kito and M0nkey. M0nkey just has to throw himself in the way of the ball. Kito's not there to follow up, and Seikoo puts it in. That must be frustrating. It did not go well. The bounce could have gone many different directions. It wouldn't have resulted in an immediate goal. M0nkey, of course, just really hoping that his teammate realizes what he's going to do there, hoping that his teammate will cover him. and follow up on his play rather than commit at the same time. Just over a minute left. M0nkey with a good chance here. Decides to power that one, but it's gone into the bar, and he had the power for the shot, but unfortunately couldn't get it in. Now they're going to try another passing play. 2 passing plays back to back. M0nkey blocks the second one. M0nkey really must have expected a goal at some point there, and Seikoo just narrowly saves another shot from Kito. It's so close from these two. But now here comes Seikoo with the flip reset. That's why he's so difficult to defend. We have to take another look at that one. Let's go Seikoo POV and see how he pulled this one off. I mean, for him, it's just a simple reset into air dribble. Not a lot you can do against that, but that will actually be the end of the game as well. A forfeit at the second goal down for M0nkey and Kito. I think they probably could have come back here. Well, they definitely could have come back here. It's 2v2. You can get a kickoff goal. You can try to make a comeback from 2 goals down and open play even very easily. But it looks like they just weren't feeling it. They don't want to get clipped on by Seikoo anymore, who scored 4 goals against his new teammate M0nkey. Yeah, maybe M0nkey won't be so upset at him leaving the team anymore. Although I didn't hear, but before anybody starts to think that there's bad blood, I actually didn't hear anything like that. I think that they parted on good terms, Endpoint and Seikoo. Anyway, we've got time for one more game. I couldn't find any more Seikoo M0nkey games. I've really been waiting for this. I wanted to watch them play with or against each other after the Seikoo acquisition by BDS was announced. But what we have got is M0nkey versus the other BDS player, Extra. So let's see how that one goes. Here we go in Forbidden Temple, M0nkey and FairJame against Extra and Surf. M0nkey and Extra having a ton of success recently in this season and also in the previous season together. Only one of them can take the rank points here, and M0nkey is the favorite against anyone, you've got to imagine, but Extra especially does not like playing 2v2 as much as this guy. Oh, that's a great save. Surf had no momentum there, but he still managed to get his body in between the goal and the ball and keep M0nkey at bay. Extra is a phenomenal player in his own right. You know, I did say that himself and M0nkey have been having a lot of success recently. Maybe I need to rephrase that. Before the Winter Major, they were having a lot of success together. The Winter Major didn't go as they wanted, but in the one Winter Regional that they were able to come out victorious in, the only regional that BDS have won in this new season, that was regional number 2 of the Winter Split for Europe. Extra was unbelievable, and he does this every now and then, where he just decides to, I don't know how he does it. He just levels up, not just not just in terms of his gameplay, but almost mechanically. But speaking of mechanics, M0nkey will make this game 2-0 with a decisive double tap just over 1 minute into the game. Yeah, Extra, I think, is going to shine on the new BDS roster. I'm very interested to watch them play, and actually by the time that you've seen this, they will have played earlier today, in the first regional of the Spring Split. But I'm recording this before the first regional begins, so I'll be going to watch that straight away after this. I'm so excited to see BDS with Seikoo, but I think immediately they might actually be around about the same. I've talked about this in my stream. Whenever people ask, what do I think of Seikoo to BDS? Well, I think long term, I really like that move. I think that Seikoo moving to a big French org is great for him. I think that having a full French roster will really help this team to gel well and to make it through any difficult times that they're having. My goodness, what a double tap clear that is by M0nkey. That's impossible to read. FairJame's almost throwing goal off the back of it as well. Now, like I was saying, one of the, I think, weaknesses that BDS had as a team with Mark by 8 was it seemed quite difficult for them to figure out how to bounce back. When they were on, they were great. When they were dominant, they really just looked like the best team in the world. I still think that in terms of peak ability, BDS so far this season have had the highest peak. BDS with Mark by 8, in my opinion, have had the highest peak. When they play their game, other teams simply can't play them. I think the only team that I saw who looked like they might be able to match up well against them in terms of playstyle was Dignitas, and they've had their problems as well. So, you know, one of the issues is that BDS couldn't bounce back, but I think with a full French roster, being able to talk through what they want to do in French, where it's much easier in your first language to explain what you want from a teammate or what you want from a game. That's a great goal, by the way, by M0nkey. In fact, it's worth a replay. We replayed one of Seikoo's flip resets last game. Love this by M0nkey. The lean back reset, something that's a lot harder to see coming because it just has a tiny, tiny lean into the ball rather than the more eloquent and elaborate air roll to land on the ball upside down for a flip reset the more traditional way. This is just getting one-sided though, 4-1. Still so long to go in the game, but this has gone horribly wrong for Extra and Surf. They didn't start off too badly together, but now it is just completely one-way traffic. And yeah, what do you guys think? You can also let me know in the comments on top of how to pronounce M0nkey's Game 1 teammate's name. You can also let me know, how do you think BDS are going to do in this new split with Seikoo? Are they going to be better? Are they going to be worse? That's a forfeit. I mean, fair enough. They actually stuck it out at 4-1, which is admirable. A lot of teams would have just gone at 4-1, said, oh, well, we're not beating M0nkey. But oh my day, M0nkey with 5 goals. You just scored absolutely everything. Fate says, thank you very much. Let's hope that we get M0nkey in our team next game as well. But yeah, don't underestimate Extra. He is, I think, well, he has been in his career underrated. Maybe not now. I don't know if he's still underrated because he's achieved so much that people are rightfully rating him, but he is definitely underrated in what he does for the team. He he can really step up mechanically, and I'm excited to see what kind of role he's going to play, as well as what kind of role M0nkey is going to play with Seikoo in the roster as well, because Mark by A, of course, played first man for that team. Seikoo doesn't really do that. He leads the attack with his plays, but they don't start with cutting rotation in the midfield usually. Seikoo would start his plays from defense, start his plays from the halfway line a lot, so a very different style from Mark, and he usually did that when he played with Endpoint off the back of a M0nkey or a Lating Wave challenge or bump or demo or something. Somebody would create space or pass him the ball and then he would make a play. So who's going to do that for Seikoo in this version of BDS? I don't know. I'm not sure if anyone will do that. Maybe they're going to play a different style completely. But long term, I think it's a great move. I think it makes a lot of sense. Can't wait to see what they're going to do together. Short term, I expect them to just continue being one of the teams to beat, but not the definitive team to beat. But you guys already know how they went today. I've got to wait and find out. And that's what I'm going to go and do right now. So I'll see you guys next time. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Watching M0nkey play ranked is always something I love to do, so if you want to see more of this, or you want to see other players, then let me know whose ranked games you want to spy on and take a closer look at. But for now, thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you next time.